Michael the Mechanical here with a bit of an update on what's going on. So, I was gonna try and potentially start working on some music last night, but I don't like what I've got currently because I can't really make anything to do with music. I'm terrible, and everything just feels and sounds out of tune when I try to do something, so that's gonna be an interesting task to try and undertake with the channel. I've got a huge project, and it's one I want to release before everything else comes out. What you're seeing right now is a video that has had probably 30-ish hours to 40-ish hours so far, just in putting all the files together in chronological order. Everything has been organized and dated very precisely, and there is, if you have a good look at the time, there is, oh no, I've got to click over here, and then I zoom in, there is 35-ish minutes, almost 36 minutes worth of clip here, files and stuff. So instead of just linearly showing these files, I'm going to try and reduce that time so you guys are willing to watch till the end. Reduce the time so it's also easier on me for music. It's going to be easier for me to relay the information to you guys. There is no way for me to add a timestamp to each of these pictures, or potentially even group them. I would like to leave it like this, but then the video is too long. So I might put it into groups of pictures for dates, and do some sort of slideshow thing with the dates, and then change and update them as the slideshow progresses, and try to make things go smoothly as possible. Like I said, there's already 30 to 40 hours spent on this one video, putting all these files together in chronological order. I am very tired of this. I also got to the point where I stopped just putting in normal files. It's not that one there, but that one was, this is actually when I said I was going to change, get another motor and build it. And guess what? There it is right there, the motor that is being built, all the files. And then somewhere in recent files, let's see, where does it say? There is a thing here that says, here we go, this is it. So present day forward. So that's the idea. There's going to be a present day forward section right at the end to say, hey, this is how much time's passed. And look how many files there are. It's unbelievable to see how much history. All those little red things are the history of my vehicle. And then there's some video clips in between. And I'm not actually sure what's going on here, but they're not. These are weird. They're offset for some reason. They should be up one. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Alongside that, I have not uploaded any videos or made any videos. I feel like this is too big of a project to just release up front. I wanted to release this video before releasing the series of videos, but I just feel like it's impractical, and it's going to be not probably possible to do. I feel like the day that I release this is the day that I should get this edited to the end, and then I should edit to see how many subscribers I currently have, and say this is the subscriber count at this date, and that's the end of the video. Like I said, I've got other video clips that I've been working on, like putting together the clips, but I haven't really released anything yet. Sorry. I need to update, the little clips that I've done live, like this one here, which is probably easier to do. But I haven't really updated anyone on the camera situation. This is the camera, and it's actually been getting smashed around a lot. Okay, so here's the camera. Now, I just fell over this yesterday, and you can see this button is now no longer silver. It's sort of got a black chip in it and scratching up. That's because the tripod fell off a barbecue, because as you know, the stand is actually broken in two ways. One's down there and one's up here, because the windy thingy, this gear thing, doesn't actually have a handle on it anymore, and the handle is right here. So it does have a handle on it, but it's broken. And then the clips in here on one of the legs was completely broken. The rest were all cracked, and there was only one good clip left, and they're made out of glass, so I'm guessing it's from sliding back and forward and getting smashed. I'm actually going to unplug this because it's not doing any good here. I want to take it off the stand and don't break it. I'm going to break it because it's one-handed me. So if I take this clip here off, it'll be so much easier to show you guys the damage that has been caused to the camera. It's done well with this camera for its life, so it's up for replacement. But if you can see, there's cracks at the base here. This plastic won't go into its slot anymore. You can see it's opened here. This actually opened up yesterday, and I'm not even going to try to open that up, but you can see there's cables in there that I've seen, and I tried to put this in back in place, but it won't until this is straightened out. But it's also cracked. See the crack right there, crack there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it anymore, but there was also scratches somewhere on this silver thing. Can't actually see them now. But this has been getting beaded and spattered. It also has been giving me errors as I've been recording. The buffer keeps running out within 30 seconds every now and then. So I've tried to lower the quality to try and get around that problem. It's struggling. That's all I can really say about this camera. It's starting to struggle. So it might not be long left until I have to replace it, because it's just struggling. So I'll put that to the side. There's the handy cam. Also, the cable is also a bit busted, so it's hard to get the videos going. But here we go. You can look at the screen. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, potentially 4, 5, and 6 in one set of clips on one day. Today, this is the date, and potentially today, if I get time, I'll be putting together some more clips to put the engine together, because I have to do it very soon. So I'm going to finish putting as much of the engine together as I can. I'm going to be pulling my engine on camera if I possibly can. It'll be tricky to do multiple angles because I don't want to get grease and grub all over the camera, but I have been. I'll be getting the engine out of my car. I will probably be rebuilding the turbo, and so on and so forth. So it's not going to be easy. Things cost money to do. I've actually fallen short on my budget based on the scenario. If I've got new injectors, I should do the injector pump. So I've fallen behind there on $1,200 there, and then another $1,200 for the turbo, and then that engine project is 100% complete. But if I can successfully rebuild the turbo, that is not completely complete, but it's semi-complete project. It means I have a reconditioned turbo, but it's not new, and I still have an old injector pump on the car. But at this point, there's not really much I can do. All I can do is try to look after what components I've got left with any life in them, and have them reconditioned down the line when I can afford to have them reconditioned, because it's just too much right now. I've got my receipts and stuff. I was thinking about it yesterday, potentially at the end of this project, putting together a tally of how much did this project actually cost, just for the engine reconditioning. And I knew it would be somewhere in the $7,000 or $8,000 figure. I didn't realize I'd get that close. That it's around $7,400 figure. So I was pretty close on my guess on how much it'd completely cost to overhaul the way I was planning on doing it. So I guess that's a bit of news. There's still money to be spent on it even after, but at least we know we have a brand new engine when it's finished. So I got a few more jobs I'm going to do before I start recording again. I just want to make this video. I'll get it out to you as soon as possible. I have not edited my videos, but I do have some work to do here. I'm not really enjoying it because of how fidgety things are. How I feel limited by what I can actually do with these videos. I can't really go and make music and add it. I can't edit this and spend my life on this, as I can't get out in the world and do what I have to do in the world. I just get stuck behind the computer and I can't work efficiently at what I'm doing, which would be really cool if I could. I might need some suggestions on how to deal with the music thing, because I was going to use Music Maker, but I'm not that good at it. And when I do use my keyboard to try and do some stuff, and when I try to use it, I have to plug in my MIDI device thingy over there. I have my keyboard, which I'm bad at playing, but it's one of those things where I'm not really a musician. I have the tools to do the sort of stuff that you'd probably expect musicians to be able to do, but unfortunately, it's not my forte, and it's not my instincts to be able to use the keyboard, play guitar. I just have some okay tunes in my head, and I can't come up with anything else that's new. But one of the things that I really want to do is try to be expressive with this video as possible. So that's gonna take heaps more time to refine this one clip. And surprisingly, since roughly last year when I did put my car back on the road again, we've gained about 100 more subscribers. It's pretty much doubling every year, which is really kind of cool. At the same time, you know, it's iffy, but it's doing really well. The channel is doing really well for how much content I'm able to push up, and I'm happy with that, and that's why I'm trying to keep going. If this channel just dropped off the map, if people dropped off and no one was interested in this stuff, then I wouldn't do it. But I do try to do jobs really well and right. I try to make, like, I will probably end up making my own stuff. So that's one of the things that the channel is going to specialize in, remanufacturing things you can't get. So down the line, there is a inlet intake pressure relief valve, and we're going to be remanufacturing them. But for now, I'll be using either the one I've got, or putting just a plug in there, and I don't have my engine. That means I won't have engine protection, but at least I have something in there to keep it going, at least for the time being. So anyway, guys, I should leave it at that, because I got to edit this. Then I got to take my cameras outside and record whatever I got to do out there, because I got not much time left till I potentially get my police check back. Then I can go to work. By that time, I want my car on the road again, new engine, new parts, ready to go. And if it's not ready to go, then I'm going to be using Mum's car for a couple of weeks, unless I spend the money to, that's if I'm going to spend the money to buy all the new parts and have the injector pump reconditioned, have the turbo replaced or reconditioned professionally, that sort of scenario. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I will endeavour to make more content in the near future and push something up as soon as I can. But I don't have as much time as many other people have on their hands, so even though it's COVID-19, the only reason I'm not, able to go out in the world and do my work is because I don't have my police check. Once I get it back, I'll be back at work. So thank you very much for watching. Michael the Mechanical, out.